Hey everyone, thank you for joining us for another MMT Social Hour. We are going live on a Monday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. We thought we'd shake it up a little bit instead of doing an evening. This is where you're going to find us every other Monday. We're going to be going live, and today I'm joined by Tiffany Drupal.
Hello.
And I've got some other special guests that I'm going to be adding on to. We've got some live correspondents out into the theme parks. I'm actually not in Orlando either, Tiffany. I'm not, I'm actually on the West Coast. And if you can look behind me, I guess it's this hand right here, you might see I've got some fireworks going off on the background because I'm actually at the Disneyland Hotel here in the Disneyland Resort. But even though I'm at Disneyland, I want to talk about Walt Disney World because it's my favorite thing. And we're going to be talking about the EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival today. But before we go into that, what's new with you, Tiffany?
Well, I'm not anywhere exciting today. I'm actually just at home, but I will be in Disney World next week. So that's new and exciting. I just got back from Dallas. I went to a lacrosse tournament this weekend. So I'm switching gears from lacrosse mom to Disney World and Food and Wine Festival, my favorite festival at EPCOT.
Yes. So, the EPCOT Food and Wine Festival, I heard for a long time because my first several years of going to Walt Disney World, we had to go in off times like summer or, spring breaks or Christmas break because my wife was a teacher. So usually when that Food and Wine Festival would release in September, we wouldn't make it down to see this. So it was a couple years and I was so jealous of everybody going to Food and Wine Festival because they're talking about how awesome the food is, how awesome the music, the live entertainment. And Epcot is my favorite park anyways. So you take and you add this layer to Epcot that's just, it just enhances what you're getting at the parks. But I'm excited because this just kicked off last week. And we've already had some of our very own social media team in the parks doing the hard work. Now I'm telling you, it's very hard work.
Very hard.
We have a correspondent standing by. She's actually live from Epcot. I'm going to bring her in. This is Jenna. Jenna, our Epcot correspondent.
What's up?
So, Jenna, how is Epcot today?
Well, we walked in. It's a beautiful day. It's hot, but it's clear. Skies are clear. We haven't done much because we're not early risers. Y'all should know this by now. I'm not an early person. But we are at the brewing lab at the Odyssey, and I got the ever-famed brand new pickle milkshake to try.
Oh, disgusting. Pickle milkshake?
Look, yeah, but it looks so good.
So I'm dying to hear what you think.
I haven't tasted it. I've been waiting for y'all.
Okay, good.
It's a little melty.
I don't want to ruin a lot of people who've never been to Food and Wine Festival. This is not like, okay, so just tell us a little bit about this. This is not like one of their normal offerings. This is more or less a test lab.
So each year they do like different booths, and sometimes they have new booths. Well, this year the Muppets took over the brewing lab at the Odyssey. So they're doing they have peanut butter and jelly wings. Oh gosh, I have the thing in front of me, but they have like peanut butter and jelly wings. But this is a great spot to stop because it's in the AC and they have seats. I'm sitting at a table in the air conditioning. But the pickle milkshake is new this year. So.
All right. I want to see before it melts anymore. I want to see you taste it. Everybody live.
I do love pickle, so let's see. But it smells like dill. Let's see. We eat with all of our senses. It looks pretty. It smells good. It doesn't taste like pickle. It tastes like vanilla ice cream with a little bit of dill. It's not bad. It's really not bad.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I love pickles and I love milkshakes, but I don't think those are two things that I would put together.
You don't even get the pickle right up front. You get vanilla ice cream right up front. And then you're like, wait, what's that? It's dill.
So I want to know, are people this adventurous in their eating? Would you try something like this normally anywhere? It's neat because so the Food and Wine Festival brings together flavors around the world because for those of you who have never visited Epcot, you're going to see Epcot is split into two sections, and you've got the World Discovery, and then you've got the World Showcase. And in the World Showcase, you have pavilions that represent different countries. And EPCOT just brings across like all these different international offerings, and there are foods that you can taste from all around the world, which makes it really, really great. So yeah, Tiffany, I know, you've probably been to the Food and Wine Festival multiple times. What is your favorite thing about the Food and Wine Festival?
Okay, well, it's the food. There's a lot of,
It's not the wine.
I mean, the wine, the food and the wine. There are so many other things that make it super, super fun, but I'm going to have to say the food is my favorite. I try to try different things every year, but every single year I cannot pass Canada and the beer cheese soup and the filet. I get it every single year. I'm
Don't
getting
let me. I'm gonna butt in. Hold on. That
Yeah.
griddled cheese and grease. Oh my god.
Yes.
That's the stuff dreams are made of.
Yeah, that's really
Yes.
too. Everything's good, but we also enjoy the concerts. That's just a fun thing as well. But I'm all about the food and the wine.
So somebody mentioned the filet mignon. So that's the Canada booth. I'm getting with the cheddar cheese soup. By the way,
Yes.
that cheddar cheese soup with the bread stick or the pretzel roll they give you, and then the filet. I mean, really, that's a meal right there for me.
Yep.
Hold me over.
Yes.
Get something to drink.
Yep.
Start pressing that way. Very. It's. Let's explain to somebody who's never been to Food and Wine Festival. How does this work? How do I purchase the food?
Oh, well, so they have several different kiosks, and this is your little festival passport. So you want to stop at the beginning of EPCOT or even at one of the booths and get a festival passport. And it shows you like a little map around EPCOT where you are and where these little booths are. And you walk up and they have different offerings. So they usually have 2 savory and 1 sweet, sometimes more, sometimes less. And then a few beverage options at each. They have alcoholic and non-alcoholic. And you just purchase them. It's like small plates. They're, like there's wings, and I think there's 4 or 5 wings in the thing that we got. The beverages are usually like 6-ounce drinks or whatever. So you just pick and choose what you like, or you do like us and you buy it all. And you're miserable at the end of the day.
So Carrie Eckensbecker, she says she likes the cheese beignet from France.
That one's good. So my favorite offering, I see y'all are popping up people's favorite offering, but in Ireland, they have a Guinness Bailey shake. You knew I was going to say this. It's like chocolate frothy milkshake, and they have chocolate shavings on top that, I think I have 2 or 3 every day we're here.
I haven't tried that. Okay, I'm adding.
Oh my god!
To the list.
Add that to the list. It's so good. So our mission today, I've been every year for the last 7 years to the Food and Wine Festival. And we've tried pretty much everything on every menu because we're adventurous eaters and drinkers. But yeah, that's on the list. They have several new things. I think they have like a chocolate fondue dip at one of the other stops that we're going to have today. Hawaii is also another favorite booth if you've never done it. They have Kahlua pork sliders. Those are really good too.
Yeah. So we had somebody say her husband and I they set it and watched the band in Canada for over an hour. Best time to travel for an adults only trip. I agree, because let's talk about entertainment for a minute. Now the food and wine part, I think we will come back to it. Don't worry, we won't skip any food comments. But let's talk about entertainment. So we have headliner entertainment that plays throughout the festival, and just so if you don't know, the dates of the festival keep getting longer every year. So July it started last week, and it's actually going to run all the way through November 18th, and all the way up until about the week prior, they're going to have live entertainment in American Gardens Theater, and this is headliner entertainment. But also, and I don't think we talk about this enough, is the entertainment that's around like the different parts of the World Showcase. So like in Canada, or Morocco, and even in Germany, there are some great bands for entertainment coming to play. And you're right, you get something to drink, get something to eat, and just watch these bands. Have you seen the lineup for the food and wine yet?
Yeah, so that's what we were just looking at. My husband just told me we're gonna miss Boyz II Men.
Motown Philly back up. No.
Right? Like, we're gonna miss Boyz II Men.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have great, like Tiffany, no pun intended, Tiffany plays, Joey Fatone is playing, Ruben Studdard, just a few off the top of my head. Boyz II Men, I think Hanson plays every year, usually 98 Degrees.
Yeah, it's you know, my first band I ever saw was Sugar Ray, and it took me back to the '90s, so that was fantastic. I grew up, I was a high school, late '90s, so Sugar Ray, early 2000s, great. But they have new name artists, they have old name artists. My brother-in-law, he's going to make the trip from North Carolina to see Ray Parker Jr., which that's taking you back to the '80s, the Ghostbusters theme song there. But it's just neat because this is not. Let me ask you this: so for those of you watching, you've never been. This is not something you're paying an extra ticket for once you're inside of EPCOT. Your EPCOT admission gets you admission to that concert. Now, it doesn't get you free food. But let's talk about seating. Is there a way to guarantee seating for some of these bands?
No. They have 2 or 3 shows? Oh, wait, I lied. There is.
There is a way to guarantee seating. What is that way? Tiffany, right?
Yeah, you have a special dining, you book a dining package essentially. So, you can book dining at, I don't know, off the top of my head, Rose and Crown. Or
yes,
one
that's
of
one.
the
Spice Road Table's another one.
Spice
I know
Road
that does
Table.
it.
There's several. But you basically get a little ticket at your meal that gets you into, preferred seating basically at the concert. Exactly. But even without that, I think a lot of people don't understand it's an open air pavilion. So, I mean, you can just be walking by, you can be 2 countries over and you can still hear, the band playing, which I love.
Yeah, we usually go get a moonshine from the outside of Regal Eagle in America and just listen from across the way. And then we're, we have a little one. So when they get enough of it, we just mosey on about our way.
That blackberry moonshine drink is there year round, everyone, and it is incredible.
Yes.
So you don't have to go in line in the festival to get that, but yes, it's that's a great drink. But yeah, so the Eat to the Beat concert series, you get the Eat to the Beat dining package. If you don't pre-plan a dining meal and you just want to do day of, they're actually doing day of Regal Eagle walk-up preferred seating, so you can actually get a Regal Eagle, which is in the American Pavilion. It's a Muppets themed barbecue restaurant, and it's Sam Eagle sponsored, and it's mostly America, right? Because that's
it's good. They've got some burnt in loaded fries that are kind of newer, and they're delicious.
Yep.
Another thing to do at the festival is if you want something for your little one, I know we talk about like adults, but we come with our little one all the time, and they have the Emile's fromage montage, and then the other like little eat to the squeak or whatever. I can't remember exactly what it's called. But basically, you stop for the fromage montage. You stop and get cheese at specific booths, and then you redeem it. Like you get stamps, and then you redeem it for a free cup. So your little souvenir. So you get to eat and get a free cup. So why not do that one? That one's free. And then they have I need to remember what it's called, but that's where you go hunt a meal all throughout, or Remy, you go hunt Remy all throughout the countries, and then you get a lunchbox this year, I think it is.
Yeah, is it hide and squeak? Is that what they call it?
That's what I think it's called, hide and squeak. Remy's hide and squeak.
Mm-hmm. That's cute. And I did see the little lunchboxes that you get this year are really cute.
They're super cute, and you get to choose your pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So I just posted, somebody asked, is the list of bands and artists already posted? I just posted that in the comments. So check it out, the lineup, very, very extensive list. And here's another thing too. They perform 3 times a day. So you get 3 concerts. They're not going to be long set concerts like you'd pay for. You're looking at tops about 25, 30 minutes. They're going to play. And it's neat because even if you watch the earlier show, the last show, they'll play different sets throughout the 3 shows. So if you want to watch all 3 sets, you can definitely do it. I think so. I don't think he's available right now, but we do have another correspondent in the park who he is hitting it hard. Jeff Bowman, who is usually on, he just moved to the Orlando earlier this year, and there he is. I'm going to bring him in real quick. So, Jeff, we can't see you, but
where are you?
Blink if you're okay. He's turning around. So, Jeff, Jeff Bowman, are you there, buddy? He is
I
inside.
have to be quiet. Try to learn.
He's been.
Are you going to escape with the resistance? It looks like he's on Rise of the Resistance.
Yep.
Sounds like something's happening.
Well, I'll tell you what.
That's awesome.
He's probably going to get. We'll check back in with Jeff a little later. I know he's moving around, but one of the things that he did. He knew Simple Plan was coming for the Flower and Garden. He staked out his day, planned it. But you can do that. You can look ahead and check some of this out. And so let's talk about do you recommend people plan actual sit-down meals on their visit to EPCOT on Food One?
No, that's a no from me.
I don't. I mean, there are lots of great restaurants there that you can plan a meal at, but there's so many festival booths, and all of the food is so good. Like I can't commit to one. Like I want it all, so I want to, we, as a family, there's 4 of us, we usually get one snack at each festival booth and we all try it because we want to try all of the booths. So it's really hard for me to commit to just one restaurant when I'm at EPCOT.
Yeah. So I love this part too. So Kelsey Klein, she posted here that they did the cheesecake walk around, and then at the end they got their cheesecake ice cream free treat. There's always that's another thing. There's always something. And when you come into the park, here's what I'm going to tell you. Whether you're entering from the World Discovery side or if you're coming through the International Gateway, make sure to grab a festival guide. They are free. They're at the front of the park. And they're very, they're very handy to have because you're going to.
Yeah, that's the one that I showed earlier. Okay. This thing.
So you have it. I was going to grab mine. So check this out. So you have the festival guide, and this is going to give you a breakdown of every food outdoor kitchen or booth or whatever you want to call it. So it's an outdoor
and in the back it's got that fromage montage thing where you get your stamps, like the cheesecake walk that Kelsey was talking about. And then it tells you if they're vegan, because I know we were talking about food allergies or food preferences, but it marks the vegan options. And then if you like your beverages, it tells you where they're from, especially the beers and where they were brewed at. They talk about the corksicle stemless flute. It's got so much in there. And then this year it has this cute little guide where it tells you start your flavor adventure. So you start with Remy and you decide if you want savory or sweet. And then you go to okay, if you go savory, do you want spicy or cheesy? Do you want plant-based or crunchy? So this helps you figure out where to go to have a few things that you may not have had in the past.
Yes.
I love that because it is kind of overwhelming because you want everything and you're kind of walking through and you just get hit with this amazing smell and you're like, okay, what is that? So it's a little overwhelming.
Right.
That.
And it also tells you where they are. So if you're looking for a specific booth, it'll say okay, the brewing factory is at the Odyssey. So it shows you where it is, and you can pull it up on your My Disney Experience app too.
So let me just throw this out here. What is a tip that you would give somebody coming to Food and Wine Festival that they've never been? What would be your one tip?
Oh man.
Start in Canada. No, I'm kidding. Y'all are gonna murder me for that one.
Mexico. Go.
It's always Mexico.
It's Canada.
You're outnumbered here. I think definitely, and I know if Jeff were on, he would agree with me too. So I think we're right. So get this. So all right. So somebody brought up a very good. This is great. We had a user comment. Preloaded gift cards. Yes. These are great.
And you can purchase them here, but they have the ones that have the wristbands, the stretchy thing, so you have it literally on your wrist and you just go through and pay for it with your gift card for sure. I think now that we're talking about it, I think that my tip would be to look at the menus before and have a plan of what you really, really want to try. Of course, you're going to see things that look good and want to try them, but I try to mark out at least one thing at every booth that I want to try and then go back through and mark the things that are a do not miss for me. So Mexico has a new menu this year. Italy has a new menu. So those are high on my list. Yeah. Mexico, Jenna. Chelsea's getting voted off the island too.
You're outnumbered. Sorry.
Definitely outnumbered. So Shelby, she says she always make a checklist on the phone.
Yeah.
And the great tips. So let's talk about this. Do any of you own any of those awesome trays that you can get?
Yes.
I
This
do.
is key. All right. Anybody who does the festival at Epcot, you know that, look, it's hard. You're going to hold your food in one hand and a drink in another. Well, they've made this nice little tray you can get. You can buy them at the parks. You can buy them online. You can bring your own that have little cup holder and then the little tray for food. I highly recommend it. But everybody's table at the Food and Wine Festival is what, there's tables set up.
It's a garbage can.
Yes, the can.
Those little plates this year are actually wooden. They're carved wooden and they're hand pressed. So everyone is different this year.
Absolutely. I can't wait. So the Food and Wine Festival, again, just it's great if you just want to pop in. This is where I would tell you, if you're visiting Walt Disney World between now and November 18th, consider the Park Hopper Pass. I know everybody stays in that base ticket lane. Consider the Park Hopper Pass, because let's say you go to Animal Kingdom. You're going to have a great day in Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom closes 6, 7 o'clock. You still got 2 very good hours at least over at Epcot. Pop in, get you something at Food and Wine Festival, check out the fireworks.
You know what else? Let's talk about. So we're staying deluxe. We're at Animal Kingdom Lodge this time, and we get the deluxe evening hours tonight at Epcot from 9 to 11. So it's going to get hot midday. We're going to go back to the room, and then we're going to come back and have our dinner, right? Like around the world. We're going to snack around the world. We're not going to ride any rides, because as soon as 9 o'clock hits and everybody's watching Epcot Forever, we're going to go get on rides because we can. And they tap you, so we're going to spend our day eating and our evening riding.
Yeah.
So that's a way to maximize your time in the parks too. So even if you did Animal Kingdom in the morning and then hopped over to Epcot, had your dinner around the world, and then go ride your ride. So that's another reason to think about especially during these festivals, to think about doing a deluxe resort.
So I think, breaking news, I think Jeff Bowman has escaped Resistance. He's escaped the First Order. He's been rescued by the Resistance. Jeff Bowman, everyone.
There he is.
You made it.
We did. We are back on the 2.
So you just completed Rise of Resistance, and what are you going to do next?
I'm going to Disney World.
There we
Yay!
go.
Nice.
So, Jeff, let's talk. Jeff, you've also been to the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot. You're at Walt Disney World right now. I think you're at Walt Disney World about every day. But
Yeah, pretty close.
already checked it out. I think you actually tasted the pickle shake too. We saw Jenna.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It really was surprising. The pickle milkshake is not what I was expecting at all.
Right. So, and let's just talk about this, that when we were talking about the pickle milkshake, and I told Jeff we were coming and we were going to be here for this, he told me he wouldn't purchase it. He said, I'm not purchasing it, but I'll taste it. So I think he's wrong.
I got overrided by the wife. She wanted to try it. So.
Wives are always right, Jeff.
Happy wife, happy life.
So, Alyssa says we use Rider Switch to fit in snacking. One parent rides, one parent snacks, then switch. That is brilliant. That is efficiently, and it's efficient and brilliant. Yes.
You know what else we do? So my kid is obsessed with the park in Epcot. There's a little park right outside of Creation Shop. Yeah. So we'll alternate going and getting food and bringing it back to the park and eating at the park while he's riding. So and also if it's raining and or hot, you come hang out at the Odyssey, you get a table, and then you take turns going around and bringing food back from the countries and the what's it called? The World Showcase area in between those two. That's what we do too, because it feels good in here and we're posted up.
Yeah, and that's the perfect place to get to chill out, because the fry basket is amazing.
That's next.
And it's right there.
And then,
on my list.
And then they have the flavors from Fire. If you like bourbon, whiskey, I think, what is it? Bourbon or whiskey? They have the swine brine, and it's got it's so good. And it's got a chicken wing on top.
Yep.
Oh,
it's really good.
So
that does sound good.
So Chelsea is just coined a new phrase here: snacker swap. So what if we can get the cast members to play along with this? Instead of them having to go back and wait in line for a long time, they do a snacker swap. That'd be great.
Start asking for it. Get reaction.
I see a T-shirt. We need to coin that phrase right now. You heard it first here, everybody. The MMP Social Hour Snacker Swap began here. All right, Snacker Swap is here.
Great. That's a great one, Chelsea. Good job. I like it.
Yeah, that's great. I like it.
You know, you know, for those of you that are like watching and you've been in years past, you know, it's I think. Tell us a little bit, like, you know, last year was the first like full year we got coming out of the pandemic, right? So even still was kind of a little different. Has it felt different this year? You know, than even is it like let's take us back to like 2019.
It feels normal. Sorry, beakers blowing stuff up in here. They've got this, like, I don't know if you can see it, but they've got these cute screens all over, and they have every 5 minutes they have a little show. But no, it feels normal. Like, it feels back to normal. Like, the last couple of years was like a snack thing. Like, it was kind of shortened or whatever. But, I mean, it feels so normal. The merch is great, which, you know, in years past, they were having to, like, separate it out because of supply chain issues. So, like, if you saw something on day one, you may never get it again. Or if you went on day one, you may not get it 2 months from now. But it's like all the merch is out. It's all super cute. There are tons of people here. I don't feel like it's overwhelming. The food is good. The menus are great. They're all back to normal. They have lots and lots of new things. So I feel like it's back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're already putting out Halloween merch too.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Halloween merch is out. They look like Magic Kingdom got the pumpkins today.
Mm-hmm.
So do you? Yeah, it's it again. This is like a really amazing time to start coming down. We're gonna have the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party in a couple weeks. Oh my gosh, not even a couple weeks. Like the end of next week is the first one. But I think you know the fall time and again it's been blazingly hot in Orlando this year. But I'm waiting. I hope the fall is going to cool it down a little bit. Fingers crossed. But you know that time of year. Fantastic, just to you know to be in the parks.
Yeah, there's so much going on. You know, you got the food and wine, you've got the Halloween, even if it's just the decor and you don't go to the parties. Like, there's so much. By the way, I don't know if the shake is gonna make it till the end of the live.
Well, you enjoy that.
That's impressive because I got pretty over the dill taste about halfway through.
We share.
So let's talk about.
Well, I had 3 people. 4 people if you count Georgia.
So let's talk about the mascot of EPCOT, the mascot of probably all the
my boy
here, the one,
that's Jeff's
the only Figment.
My boy Figgy.
What have they done with Figment in Food and Wine this year? Last year we had a whole section in Discovery, like fruit flavored foods, all that. Are there any noticeable things for Figment there?
Well, they have the pass holder merch is all Figment this year, but the theme this year is more Encanto theme. So, like when you're looking at regular merch, it's all like Encanto, and they've got the houses and the colors. I haven't seen anything in particular, but I also haven't made it past the Odyssey Pavilion this year. Yeah,
there's really not much.
Nope.
I do like.
There was a lot more last year.
Yeah, but say in years past they had like really thick themed Figment, but I think this year they're leaning more towards that Encanto.
Yep. So you know,
you want to meet Goofy?
I would ask the question, what you know, if you had to choose your favorite snack or beverage, just one or the other, what are you gonna pick? Let's go Tiffany.
Well, I gotta stick with my Canada Pavilion, but I can't choose the soup or the filet. Sorry, it's a fine deal. Those are my.
Oh wow! So it's all or nothing.
All or nothing.
All or nothing. All right, I like that. Jenna, what is your favorite?
Well, so we'll go with that Guinness Bailey shake for the drink, and you're gonna be like, this is so basic white girl, but the charcuterie at Spain,
yes.
Oh my gosh, the charcuterie cup. So it's like a cup full, and it's got olives and hard cheeses and salamis, and they have some sort of sauce on top. Oh my gosh, so good. That's okay. Those are my 2.
Yep.
Chelsea, who couldn't be with us today, says lemon slush in France.
That's there all the time.
Well, you know what?
Still good.
Chelsea can get what she wants. That's right.
As long as we're not in Animal Kingdom, I'll take it.
That's right. She's just upset they don't have anything like that in Animal Kingdom throughout, you know.
Hey, now she's gonna come through the screen and haunt us all.
Jeff, what do you like? I mean, what's your favorite snack for Food and Wine?
This year it's the pickle fries. Those were really good.
So is that at the fry station? Like
Yeah, that's at
And
the
the fry
fry
basket.
okay, with Fry Basket, yeah. So this is awesome. Like this is a newer like a newer kitchen booth, whatever you're gonna call
Yeah,
it.
last year was the first time they had it. So
Yeah.
this year it looks like, and last year I think they only had like 3 different sets of fries, including
Yeah.
yucca fries maybe. And now they look like big old pickle spears. I can't wait to try those.
Did you call them yucca fries?
Stop it. Yes, I did.
Yucca.
Whatever. I'm from the country.
I thought you were saying it yucca because you think they're yuck. I thought you were saying it like that.
I said yucca.
I thought you were making fun of them.
No, I wasn't.
They're great. They're fantastic. So they had the sweet, yeah, you're right. So they had sweet potato, the yucca or yucca. I'm gonna call them yucca now. So this is just like Kelsey's radiator. All right, so we've got yucca fries, radiator. You heard it here. But yeah, fries. The fry basket, that was fantastic.
There's Goofy.
Hey everybody, it's Goofy. So
That's Jeff in a costume.
Awesome.
so
Good one.
So let's also talk. So for those of you who haven't been in several years, let's talk about like the Odyssey versus the World Showplace, because they don't use the World Showplace anymore for the Food and Wine Festival.
They did for a long time, and it was fantastic because it was like way off the beaten path, kind of hidden. Not everybody knew it was in there, and there was 4 booths, so you would go in, and then a lot of times they had like a little demonstration going on stage too while you were there. They had merch in the front and like just big wide open space, but that's not there anymore, and it makes me super sad.
Breaking, we have somebody else who pronounces it radiator. Look at
Stop.
you're not
Where are
alone.
you from, Nancy?
Oh my goodness.
She has to be from New York.
So another user says the wristband with gift card is an easy way to pace yourself and not overspend. Absolutely. You might want to hide your credit card. You might want to hide the credit card, do the preloaded, because I tell you what, I mean, look, you start around the world, and then before you get to, like, either Mexico or Canada, it doesn't matter. By the time you get to America, you're poor.
It does matter.
It's over with, you know.
Jeff, you weren't on for that conversation, and I'm always right. It's Canada.
You always start and end in Mexico.
Nancy says she's from Long Island. It's in New York.
It's a New York.
I knew it.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. But so let's go back. So World Showplace, they had I think they had like festival favorites too. They would do like festivals from years past, or like
They would bring them back and have like 2 savory, 1 sweet. I think that's kind of their recipe for
where you're at right now, Jenna. This is the Odyssey Pavilion, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's the Odyssey Pavilion. It's like right when you walk in. It's right near Test Track. The baby care center is attached to it. There's a bathroom, and there's a hidden bathroom. It used to be hidden. I don't know if it's hidden anymore, but on the side by Test Track entrance. And then there's a bathroom outside. Mexico's like where I'm sitting. There's like, you can see the ordering stations behind me. I don't know if you can see that, but that's where they have 2 bars. And then in front of me where I'm sitting is Mexico. Like,
so I love this area too, by the way. So like, again, it's another way to get from the World Discovery to the World Showcase, and it's a fun little section. Last year, that's where they had the Figment stuff. So this year, it's themed. It's got that Muppets Lab beaker. So I love Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker. Definitely that's my kind of humor. So I'm definitely a Muppets. I'm all in on this.
I mean, they transformed it. We were here last month, and they had just ended Flower and Garden.
Definitely
Working on ending it. And they have, like, this whole place is transformed because that was all Orange Bird themed. So, like, everything in here was Orange Bird. They had Orange Bird. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Orange is hard to say.
So,
but no, so it's like all flipped around. But I don't know if you can see, but the walls are painted all with beaker stuff. And then they have beakers on the windows, and they have little artifacts all around. It's super cute.
That's cute.
Great place to beat the heat, get something.
Yeah, it's completely different in there. And one thing they have underutilized with the Muppets is the Swedish chef for Food and Wine, and I don't know why they haven't, because he's my favorite.
Put it in the comment box.
Yeah.
Yeah, we look, like when we're done here, we'll just call Bob.
Well,
We're
I
gonna
got the
call
rest
Bob
of the
Iger.
bill.
We're gonna let him know. You know, Josh tomorrow. We got him on speed dial, so we'll get it. We'll let him
Listen
know.
here, Bob.
Listen here, Bob. That's
I'm
right.
not happy, Bob.
So, you know,
Be careful.
while we're in Epcot, let's talk really quick. And again, we're not going to take the show this way today because we know we're talking Food and Wine, but I do want to kind of just bring up. So we're actually getting ready to have another huge reveal in Epcot. And Epcot, in the last couple of years, has been the park that has been developed the most out of Walt Disney World. So you had Ratatouille in the end of 2021. Then we got Guardians of the Galaxy in 22.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to have the
Way of Water.
Moana.
The Way of Water, whatever. No, is that the Avatar ride? The Journey of Water.
Journey of Water.
That's it.
Yes. So Moana is going to be a big presence in the park there, which is great. I think.
I got my Moana band
fantastic.
on, and just for kicks and giggles because we're here.
So when is this area supposed to reveal? Like, have they said anything?
Well, we've heard cast previews are coming soon. We haven't heard anything else, but usually the way that it follows is cast member previews, then annual pass holders, DVC. So I would assume by the end, my assumption and my guess is before September.
So
that's my guess.
That's what I'm thinking.
Incredible. So I want you to think for a minute. Epcot, and I know a lot of people try and say, okay, well, they're thinking about Walt Disney World. They're saying Epcot, no, I'm not going to, it's not really for kids. It's not, there's not a lot to do there.
Right.
I'm going to argue with you because
it's
not true.
They have,
I think that's
arguably the best attraction in all of Walt Disney World right now.
Right.
The Guardians of the Galaxy.
But for littles, it's a great place to meet characters and princesses. When you go through the countries, you can see Belle in France and you can see Snow White in Germany. Like, there's so many princess meet and greets that I feel like people would be remiss if they didn't come here to just see those.
And
like,
also, Elsa and Anna, they've got the Frozen ride.
Right, the Frozen ride. And
the Seas with Nemo and Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There's so I'm telling you, I think you could go to Epcot and not do everything in a day. I mean, people don't sleep on Epcot. Epcot has become a multi-day park. I believe just like we tell people Magic Kingdom is 2 days. I would say Epcot's that way because you can attack World Discovery. You've got the Seas with Nemo and Friends there. You've got Test Track. You've got Living on the Land. Or Living with the Land, sorry, or which I know is not a main attraction to everybody else. It's kind of one of the.
I love Living with the Land.
I do too. That's the perfect place to nap.
But and then you're gonna have you're gonna have Way of Water. You've got Spaceship Earth. A lot of stuff right there, and then that's not even touching the World Showcase where you have Frozen, Ratatouille, and all the just exhibits. And you're right, Jenna. I mean, princesses, we've got princess meet and greets there. You can see Belle in France. You can see Snow White in Germany. You can see Jasmine in Morocco. You've also got one of the best princess character meals there at Kershaws. If you're looking for that, you can't get a Cinderella Royal table. You need to get to Epcot and go there. It's fantastic.
But I think also people kind of walk the perimeter of the World Showcase instead of really actually going back in each individual country and seeing what's back there. Because if you're doing that and you're really exploring, you can't do it all in a day. I think people just walk around the edge and think they've seen it all,
Right,
Yeah.
and they have KidCot too, so you can stop in with the KidCot and learn a little bit about each country, and then they have little activities for that. So that's something we enjoy doing with our little one too.
Something we do with kids too is we will go to each country and they find a hat to try on, and we take pictures in that hat. So you've got a sombrero in Mexico, and you've got the Viking helmet in Norway, and it's just kind of a fun way to keep them engaged and do something fun.
There for a little bit, instead of drinking around the world, we did chocolate around the world. So we went in each country and bought like a chocolate bar from each country just to taste that and have the different stuff. So
yeah.
And the shopping, I mean, my kids' favorite place to shop is the Japan Pavilion.
Oh my gosh, ours too. And there's so much stuff. And while we're talking about shopping, this has been a hot topic lately, but if you buy a perfume from France, they'll engrave your name for free on your bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So Amanda says that every time she books a Cursus, that's got to be the right way. I know we've argued about this in the past. She said she giggles because we all try to say it. No, we try. Okay, I want to hear you right now. Cursus.
I say Akershus.
Akershus.
I say Akershus.
Akershus. Oh,
Akershus.
And if Chelsea was here, she'd probably say like
me. She says it like me.
Akershus.
It's almost like a sneeze.
Somebody else agrees. So Epcot has snuck up into being their favorite park. Definitely don't sleep on it. It's fantastic. And Tiffany says that she thinks that people have this misconception of Epcot just based on the past, which I get, right? Like, it has really evolved a lot, and I really think if you were to ask my 14-year-old what his favorite park is, he's going to tell you Epcot. My 14-year-old, not Hollywood Studios, where he's a huge Star Wars fan, not Magic Kingdom, Epcot. So and then you've got these amazing festivals, and especially this one right here. So what I was getting back to is you could have potentially the Food and Wine Festival, a brand new area of the park open, the best attraction, Guardians of the Galaxy going on. I mean, you're going to have an amazing day. I mean, like you could go sun up to sundown at Epcot, and I'm telling you, the Food and Wine Festival just is fantastic. So really quick, I know we're I get MMT social hour. I don't know that we'll go the entire hour.
Not quite an hour.
But what I want to do is let's just talk real quick. If you're coming to visit Walt Disney World, where are and your main focus is Food and Wine Festival. Where
Epcot
are the
area.
best places to stay? And where are the best places to stay?
Well, Epcot is the most accessible park, honestly, between the monorail and the Skyliner. I mean, and there are resorts right behind it you can walk from. I think it's the easiest park to get to from several resorts. But I agree with Jenna. It's got to be, yacht club, beach club, boardwalk, or anything on the Skyliner. If you're looking at a value resort, you don't want to spend as much money. You've got Pop Century and you've got Art of Animation. You just hop right on the Skyliner and you're there.
Yep.
If you need to sleep 5, you go to Caribbean Beach with that fifth sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's huge. So again, you get that fifth sleeper there, family of 5, Caribbean Beach. If again, you've got the boardwalk area there, beach club, yacht club, boardwalk. You've got villa style accommodations there. Multi-families can stay in the 2-3 bedroom villas. But they're great because you get, like you said, you could walk to the park. You can boat to the park. You can skyline to the park. Epcot has the most forms of attractions to get to it, which is crazy because you would think it would be Magic Kingdom, right? Like, I guess tied? No, I guess no. So
no Skyliner,
Skyliner International monorail on the Discovery side. So yeah, I mean Epcot, so it's easily accessible. Pop Century, Art of Animation, Skyliner,
Riviera, Skyliner. If you're looking for that New World fanciness feel.
So my kids think the Skyliner is the best in all of Disney World. Yes.
Mine too.
It's
a great ride.
It's fun. And I would encourage you, if you're at Walt Disney World, let's say you don't even plan to go into Epcot, which, I'll hold my fingers over my ears. That's fine. You don't plan to go to Epcot or Hollywood Studios. You can actually ride the Skyliner back and forth for you. Check it out. I tell people all the time, before we ever stayed at one of the deluxe resorts around the Magic Kingdom with the monorail, we would go over and ride the monorail just to check it out. And you could do that at Walt Disney World. But that's really neat because if you if you take the Skyliner to Epcot and you're coming in, you get to come in, you see France as you're coming down through the back of the World Showcase. Really
And that's the only like acceptable place to start, really, in the real world.
Yeah.
Stop in that International Gateway, hang a left, grab a drink at the Rose and Crown Pub, and then go back right to like across to France.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I'm gonna start a war.
Well, so we lost Jeff, as you can see. So Jeff, I think he might have been called.
He's usually my.
Oh.
And it looks like we just lost too. So we're getting hacked here today. So we're just gonna take it off. But Tiffany, we got her back. We got her back.
Hang on.
I guess Beaker was messing with some stuff. So, well, I don't know about you, but I'm excited for Food and Wine Festival. So as soon as I get back to the Orlando area, I'm going to be heading over to Epcot, checking some stuff out. And I'll be following along. A lot of people here from MMT are going to be going into the parks over the next couple weeks and getting some delicious stuff. So let's, as we take it out, any last thoughts that you have on this dinner? Anything you can think of that you'd want to tell people coming down? So.
I guess really just visit Epcot, enjoy the free festival, enjoy the free, entertainment around, and come hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely come hungry. You won't leave hungry, but come hungry. Right?
No, you definitely won't leave hungry, but come hungry. And by the way, use a Marvelous Mouse Travels agent. We're here, right? Like we're here. This is what we do. We travel here. We try the foods. We tell you the pickle milkshake isn't that bad. And our services are free to use. So definitely, if you want to reach out and come, always use an agent. I mean, that's a free resource.
Yep,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you are looking to book, definitely reach out to marvelousmousetravels.com/contact us. You will be connected with an agent. Again, completely free to use, and they can help take care of that. And in fact, if you book in the next 12 hours, you could win a $1,250 Disney gift card. Because we are giving away a $1,250 Disney gift card tomorrow, which is crazy. $1,250.
That's a lot of food.
That's a lot of food and wine.
A lot of food and wine.
Jinx,
Yeah.
Tiff.
So, definitely reach out. But we do thank you for joining us. We will be back in 2 weeks right here, right this same channel, 12 o'clock. It might be a different lineup, just depending on, if Jenna can get out of Epcot. So we'll see if she might still be in Epcot in 2 weeks.
I might visit you from Mexico next time.
But, thank you for watching along. Tell your friends to watch us next time. We love your questions. Thank you for your questions and your comments. And even if you're watching this and it's not live, comment. We will interact with you. We want to know, what do you look forward to for Food and Wine Festival? What is it that you are looking forward to? But I think it's time for my sign off, and I'm going to say to you watching, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope that you have a marvelous rest of your day. Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.